Hello, you're welcome to my channel. I just want to clear some things about the prophetic. If you desire to hear God's voice or see in the realm of the spirit, then pay attention to this teaching. Many persons do ask that they desire to hear the voice of God or see in the realm of the spirit, but they don't hear and they don't see in the realm of the spirit. One thing about the prophetic is that for you to see in the realm of the spirit, your spirit must be at peace with God's spirit. If your spirit is not at peace with God's spirit, this can hinder you not to hear God's voice or see in the realm of the spirit. Many persons have so much desire to see in the realm of the spirit and hear God's voice. This desire has led to anxiousness or worry within them, hindering the flow of the prophetic. It is not every time God speaks to us or God ministers to us. We always position ourselves in a way that when the voice of God comes, we can be able to trap it or receive it. Are we together now? So, one of the things that help us to receive the prophetic message or to hear God's voice is to always exercise ourselves prophetically. We engage in the prophetic exercise such as worship, meditating with the scriptures, and praying always. These things stir up our spirit and it make our spiritual sensitivity to become very alert in the realm of the spirit, to hear God's voice or see in the realm of the spirit. Many persons, they believe that once they have started hearing the voice of God, even they didn't pray, they didn't meditate, they didn't worship, they will keep hearing the voice of God. So they are always having this desire that God will always speak to them with this boldness, with this audacity that anywhere they go to minister, if they talk to God, immediately God just speaks to them, God communicates to them. Why they are not consistent in their meditation, in prayer, and in worship. That is not how it functions. Your spirit must be at peace with God's spirit, and you don't force prophetic message. You don't force it out. You don't force yourself to hear. You don't force yourself to see. All you need to do is for you to position yourself in the right place for the voice of God to meet you, and you will receive it. Are we together now? So if you are not positioned yourself, or you are not in the right place in the realm of the spirit to receive the prophetic message or to hear the voice of God, even if you desire it, you might not receive it. That is the essence. So many persons desire it, but they are not in the right position to receive it. When God came to Elijah, the Bible says the voice of God passes through water, it passes through the fire, passes through the rock, but God was not there. Are we together now? Elijah waited in the right position. I guess at that moment Elijah was meditating and he was traveling alongside with the Spirit of God, and he said, this is where God will minister to me, in this still small voice. So Elijah waited for God in the right place to receive the voice of God. The other thing you need to understand about the prophetic is that you must understand the prophetic exercise that stir up your spirit, that make your spiritual sensitivity to be alert, to pick things in the realm of the spirit. Are we together now? If it's meditation that usually stir up your spirit and put you in the realm of the spirit to hear God's voice or see in the realm of the spirit, you must give yourself to meditation consistently, often and often. Don't always force yourself to hear the voice of God. What you need to do is that you need to put your spirit Let it be at peace with God's Spirit, so that when God is ministering to you, you will be able to hear His voice clearly. This is where I will stop in this video. If you have any question, place your question on the comments below and I will answer you. Thank you very much and God bless you.